A very good morning to another daily market outlook, guys, and in today's video we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to skip the intro and let me guys know what you think of that. We're going to keep it a little bit more compact, a little bit more short, and let me know in the comments what you prefer. Do you prefer longer videos or these shorter videos? So with that said, let's dive in and see what has been going on. So looking at the dollar index, first of all, we can see that the dollar index is still bullish. We still haven't tapped in towards this area of daily demand, which I have my eyes on, or underneath this trend line where liquidity lies below. A lot of people are waiting for that trend line touch. So what I would still love to see is kind of a reaction to the trend line and liquidation of those people who went long on the trend line into this area of demand, a tap, and then further upside momentum. So that is the dollar index. For the rest, not really interested. Also looking at the 4 hour, I'm not really seeing anything that interests me personally. So that said, let's head over to Aussie dollar. And Aussie dollar, so the daily and the weekly are still bearish, as we can beautifully see. Now looking at the 4 hour time frame, what have we seen? So we've now seen a perfect retracement back up in towards my area of supply. As we can clearly see, we broke beautifully this low. This becomes your supply zone, and as we can see, a very nice reaction. So what we can currently look at is a lower time frame possible short, as we are coming in towards this area of 4 hour supply. So what I've now got my eyes on is this area of supply over here to look for those potential shorts. This buy before the sell could also be your area of supply. I'm just expecting a general reaction from here, as we saw a break of structure on this low over here, which took out this high. So of course, yeah, pretty evidently we had this uptrend, then double top, push down, pull back, and now we're looking for further downside continuation, which is in line with the overall 4 hour trend and this area of extreme supply, which is essentially your highest probability selling area. So that is that, and let's head over to euro dollar. So euro dollar has been moving down pretty much as expected, moving back down towards this sell for the buy, just waiting for that zone to get reached. In the meantime, you could still keep an eye out on lower time frame shorts. Personally, not the biggest fan of euro dollar, mainly focusing on Aussie dollar and Kiwi dollar, but still just look for us to reach this zone over here. If you see any form of a pullback, you could try to capitalize on that. So that is that. Still bearish on the 4 hour daily and weekly, just keep that in mind. So with that said, let's go to pound dollar and pound dollar. So pound dollar is currently still bearish on the 4 hour. As we can see, we still haven't closed below this low. So what does that mean? Still waiting for a pullback up higher to see liquidation, tap in towards supply, and look for those further 4 hour shorts back down in towards the downside. That's what I'm currently waiting for, and I will still wait for that until I take a position on this pair, which is going to be in line with the daily trend, which is also bearish. And of course, we have beautiful daily supply over here. As we can see, also this bearish candle over here, or bullish candle, got engulfed by this massive bearish candle, which means that there's also some supply inside of it, inside that bullish candle. So that is personally why I would still love to see a nice pullback back up in towards this highest area of supply. So that said, let's over to Kiwi dollar and Kiwi dollar. So Kiwi dollar, and I don't know if you guys remember, but I did tell you so in yesterday's video, waiting for liquidation. As we can see, beautiful liquidation, then that tap back down. So what I'm currently waiting for is essentially still a potential spike in towards this area of supply, so in towards my blue zone. Once we reach the blue zone, look for potential shorts. You could already look for potential shorts on a lower time frame, on the 15 for instance, but just keep in mind that you do have to keep your stop loss a little bit at a safe distance. You could also just wait for this high to get taken out on the 4 hour, spiking towards this area of supply on the 4 hour, and then look for those potential shorts back down in towards the downside. I'm interested in shorts due to the fact that the internal structure over here has now flipped bearish, which is in line with the overall external structure. So that is that. Let's move to our last pair, which is gold. And gold. So gold has currently been moving further up in towards the highs. As you guys know, I'm pretty much just waiting for this area of supply to get met on the daily, or for longs, potentially this lower area, which is also an area of daily demand. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Gold is still very ugly in my personal opinion. Not really a big fan of it. As you can see, just chopping around, anything can really happen. If I see any interesting setups on gold, I will let you guys know. But in the meantime, personally, just waiting for this highest area of supply to then look for a potential short back down in towards the downside. So with that said, thank you all for joining in to today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it, and I wish you all a fantastic day. Thanks, guys.